everybody. Hello, everybody. Yes, y'all, welcome in. Y'all, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome to Miss J Speaks Talk Show and Podcast. Yes, welcome in, y'all. Y'all know what? I need to take a deep breath because Miss J has been busy today. Prom season is here. I had some beautiful, beautiful prom beauties. Whew, so you talking about I had like 45 minutes to get ready for the night. But I'm here. I am here. I am here in the flesh, in the flesh. But I still need to take a deep breath though. I really do. It's been a day. How's everybody doing out there? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a nice day. It's been kind of cool, isn't it? I went to one of my grandbaby's baseball games. I tried to find it. I found it, but it was a lot of people. It was a lot of stuff that was going on. But anyway, I didn't realize until I got still how cool it was outside. I had to hurry up and go because I had a short sleeve shirt on. It was just too cool. And there's something this weather right here for. So this how people get sick. This how people get sick. All right, so let me get started. I'm taking a deep breath because y'all already see the topic. Oh, and let me say this because I got to show my manners. I show my manners. If you're watching, you see that live word, that live button, or you watching Miss J live. Yes. Now, if you watching and you don't see the live button, you watching the replay. And I thank you too. I thank everybody for coming in on my shows. I really do. I really do. Thank y'all for doing it. Hey, it's okay. So anyway, you see the title. Women talk about our needs, to our partner, to our hubby, to our boo. We got to be able to do that. And actually, I feel like talking about it, it can actually help bring you and your partner closer together. But still, it comes right back to that same thing, right? That's a subject that we sort of like, I don't want to bring that up, but we have to. We have to do that. We really have to do that, y'all. And it's very important to get that done. And you got to make sure we having a satisfying sex life, and it takes self reflection, right? And to be very candid. So now, when I saw that, I said, okay, so what is sex? Self reflection. Let's step on my comments so I can see when people making comments because I don't want to ignore about it. Y'all, excuse me. So, self reflection is the ability to witness and evaluate your own. This is where it comes it's tricky because some people don't like to do that when you're talking about yourself and trying to evaluate yourself. But self reflection is the ability to witness and evaluate your own cognitive, emotional, and behavioral. We don't we don't like to take a look at our own self. We want to point the finger. Again, it what self reflection is. It's scary, but it has to be talked about. It has to be talked about. And some of us ladies, we feel like our bodies, desires, and for sexual activity. Not all the time. Not all the time. That's not for all of us. Some of us may feel that way, but not all of us. Not all of us. We don't feel that way. And for men and women, this is the big thing right here. So for men and women that's over the age of 40 and that has gone through menopause, See, talk about yourself. That has gone through menopause, physical desire is not the primary motivation for sex. And that is so true right there. When I saw that, I got a little, now, yes, I got a little notes here that I'm going to read off of because I know I cannot remember it all. I got little notes here. And that has gone through menopause, physical desire is not the primary motivation for sex. How many of y'all can agree with this? Those that's out there, physical desire it's not the motivation for sex. And again, we'll talk about women's sexual health because yes, it is important. It's important. And it's not a desire, it's not the primary desire for motivation for sex. It's not. Physical desire, it's not. So I'm gonna just give out three factors that sort of caught my eye. Three factors that influence sexual response. Feel about yourself, your health, and your religious. I picked out three factors that stuck out to me. Okay, three factors that influences sexual responses. Your health, that's a biggie there too. Your religious and cultural upbringing. Hmm. But the first step we got to do is we got to have that conversation with our partner. You got to have that conversation you got to have that conversation with your boo, with your husband, with your partner. You got to do it. That's the first step, really. And it's hard. I get it. It's hard to be talking about that. But that's the first step. So the first thing we're going to do, you got to start talking about, this is the big one, talk about your needs. Now, when I say that, I know the first thing that comes to a lot of people's mind probably, well, yeah, if I get talking about my needs, he's gonna feel like he's not satisfying me. But you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. So what we're gonna do first, you're gonna start talking about your needs, and I just picked out a few of them. First thing you got to do, you got to admit. That's the key word. You got to admit your discomfort. That you're scared. You got to admit that what you get ready to say that is scared. I'm scared to talk about it, but you got to go ahead and admit that. You got to go ahead and let your partner know what you get ready to talk about is scary, but I got to be honest. You definitely got to admit that you're scared. Admit that you're scared to talk about it. And then, you know, that's when you have any kind of conversation, that's just like, oh, so now you're trying to tell me I'm not, do good in the bedroom. It's not all about that. It's not. First thing, admit that the conversations you get ready to have is very discomforting to you, but you want to have it. Okay? That's the first thing. And you just start talking. You just start talking. Because see, once you start talking, you'll find yourself feeling more relaxed of getting out what you want to say. Let me see. I say is it's to me. I think it's boosting your confidence. Then, okay. Once you find yourself that you're talking about it and you're feeling relaxed and you see that he's okay, he's okay with it. Yeah, it boosts your confidence. That's putting you more at ease. Because I'm telling you, when you get talking about something like this, your partner, their head is already spinning from the start. And then you got what you want to do now. Once you start talking, so you don't want to be just sitting there talking about it. You want to set a time there. You don't want to be talking about that for 40 minutes. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to. So you set a time then, that'll help you for being overwhelmed. That's all. Just set a time limit. Not be sitting there talking about 35, 40 minutes or an hour. Then see, attitudes might start flowing in. See, attitudes might start flowing. Because I keep telling you now, when you get to talking about this with a mate, with your boo, their mind's gonna start, their mind gonna start going wild. Okay. But that's not the point of that. Okay. The next one is once you start having these conversations with your boo, now you got to just start talking about it, regular, often. You got to start talking about it more often, right? And see, as you find yourself talking about it, you're going to find yourself talking about it much better and easier. And your partner going to start really understanding what you're talking about and not feeling attacked or not feeling like their manhood is being attacked once you start talking about it. It's going to start helping you. Okay. Just talk about it more. Just talk about it more regularly. That's all. That's a good thing too. Like I said, this is a topic that scares a lot of men. And then the next one is uh, use some type of movie, a scene in a movie, that'll help get the conversation started also. And um, think of a movie and a scene. Have him to read a book about women's sexual health. Have him to get abreast. Now, if he's interested, your partner's not gonna have a problem. He shouldn't have a problem. But again, you might have some pushback. Again, this is talking about what you wanted and your desire in the bedroom, making him feel like he ain't getting it done. And it's not about that. It's not about that. Understand that now. It's not about that. You gotta talk about it. You're gonna have to talk about it. So here are some few things that I think that stuck out to me when I was doing my research 2 weeks ago. I just got down that you should address with your partner. And when you get ready to start talking about this with your partner, be straightforward. Get it on out there. Be straightforward. Okay? Don't beat around the bush. Time. So therefore now this is something you want to address that's going on. Okay? That sort of got you feeling the way that you feel that you want to talk. So the first thing is time. So it says, are you setting aside enough time for intimacy? Are you setting aside time for that? Now I know everybody get busy. I get that. I get that. God knows I get that. But are you setting aside enough time for that? If not, what can you do to change? What is that you can do to change this? Now, excuse me. I told y'all gonna see me fixing my pillow from time to time. My back is really hurting. What are you going? What time now? Are you set aside enough time for intimacy? And then how can you make your a, intimacy with your partner a priority? That word right there. Let me elaborate on this. How can you make your sexual people get misconstrued? You have to make it a priority. You have to make it a priority. Then, if all the kids gone and together, okay, we're gonna do that together. Next one is your now. Keep in mind these are three things that stuck out to me, and I put them down that I want to just elaborate on a little bit. First one was time. Next one is your relationship. Hmm. Your relationship. Hmm. So now that word right there, your relationship. So what you want to do, if you got any type of challenges that's going on between y'all, you need to talk about it. Talk about what might like you really want to. What's interfering? What's going on? What is it? Because it's something. It's something. It's something that's causing your relationship not to be like it's supposed to be in that department. All right. So you got to figure out, get together, figure out, what is done. It can be done. Sit down and figure that together. And then you're going to figure out, ways figure out a way to all about sitting down and communication. That's what it's all about. Sitting down and communicating. Next one, oh, this a biggie here. This one stuck out for me. Ooh, sit right here, right quick. Say it again. Pleasure. That right there, that messes up a lot of people's mind. Mm. And yet, what gives you and your mutual enjoyment? What helps you? What is after? You got to know that too. You got to know what you enjoy. So you just can't have this conversation and not know what you want. You just can't start talking about it. You got to know what you want. So what do you enjoy? You got to think about it and be honest. Ain't nothing wrong if you kinky. You're kinky. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not. But what do you enjoy for pleasure? And you gotta be open. And then that once you telling your boo that he gotta make I ain't no, we got a problem. But it goes back to when you sit down being honest and your other mate sitting on the other side of you and you talking about this. It's all about making compromises, right? And if one of you is uncomfortable with others' requests, talk about what sexual activities make you uncomfortable. I'm gonna say that again. If one of you start feeling uncomfortable, talk about it. Talk about what sexual activity that makes you really feel uncomfortable. Because how you gonna know if you don't talk about it? Do this for our boo. All the while we know what we do, and that's wrong. That's uncomfortable. What activity that is uncomfortable to you? And same thing, vice versa. But like I said, I can't leave them out. But we talk about women's sexual health now. That's what we're talking about. But you got to talk about what is uncomfortable and be honest. Like I said before, when you start talking, don't beat around the bush. Don't be tiptoeing all around the tube. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Now that was up on the. That's up on. That's dealing with pleasure. And here, ooh. If y'all can relate to this, if y'all watching live, my people that's watching live, you got to ask yourself that. You got to do that. And then once you ask yourself that, what can you do to change it? See, everything goes right back to changes. Are y'all seeing this and understand this? Everything goes right back to changes. Hey, thank you, Miss Cherry, for coming in. Share it out. But yes, has your sexual activity with your boo has that one pleasure and the one routine? Yes. A lot of us, like I said, if it is, it is. Because I mean, it happens when you be married for a long time. It gets routine. I understand that. But now, if it is, what can be done to change that? Like I just stated, making some changes. But it's not going to start until you talk, until you speak to your boo about what's going on. And you don't have to be all ugly and nasty with it. You don't have to do that, because adults and grown people don't do that. Adults and grown people sit down and talk about grown situations. I'm just keep it 100. You don't sit and you don't call each other names when you talk about stories. No. You got to talk about it, ladies. Ladies, you got to talk about it. You got to talk about it. You got to talk about it. So, what changes to make? So, here are some examples. Like I said, every time I get ready to do a show, I do my research 2 weeks in advance. I start doing research, and these are just a couple of notes that stuck out to me. Okay, so what changes? So here's some examples. Explore different times to have sex or try new techniques. Explore a different time or try new techniques. Now, let me say this, because I've had somebody say this. When you want to try something new or different technique, you might have seen some first daggone thing. No, I'm gonna say it like I want to say. First damn thing come out the mouth. Oh, who you done been with? It's not that. It's just it's something you saw, maybe on television, in a book, I don't know. And you see here trying to talk honest to your mate, and you say something like that. Oh yeah, I seen this story. I want to try that. Or who the hell you done been with? See what I mean? See what I mean? But that's the mentality. That's the mentality. That's one of them. Explore different times to have sex or try new techniques. Here's a good one here. Consider more cuddling. Ladies, ladies, ladies. How many of y'all love to lay up on your man's chest? Mm-hmm. How many love to just lay right there on their man's chest? Yeah, I do. That's the now my feeling is that's a feeling of um safety. I'm talking about my feelings now. I can't talk about nobody else. I'm talking about my feelings. And if y'all agree, y'all let me know. That's when you cuddling, that's your husband, that's your boo. You've been together quite a while. To me, that's a feeling I'm safe. Okay. And I'm also feeling connected. But see, when you're not cuddling, you do whatever you're gonna do, then get up and somebody go in this room, somebody go in the room. Come on, ladies. I see I misspelled the word there too, but I get it right. Come on, ladies. Come on, Ray. Y'all know that's still falling up under routine and predictable. That falls up under that. Well, come on home. We already know Friday night, cheer to see, or what we're going to go on and do. It falls upon the routine and predictable. Okay? Come on. Our sexual health is important. Next one is, what about a sensual, sexual massage? Yeah. See, these are changes that can be done. These are some changes that can be done when you see stuff falling up on the routine. These are some changes to try. New techniques, some more cuddling. Now we're talking about a sensual massage now. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. See, some of us, now I'm okay, like I tell y'all, when I talk, I keep it 100. Some of us, lady, we so full of shit. Yeah, I said it. Within ourselves, we I ain't gonna get here no massage. Why not? But you let him know what you want. If you want a massage, you tell him that. You tell him that. Y'all get the bedroom can of massage oils for me and take it home and say, look, baby, this is what we're gonna do tonight. This is what I want you to do to me tonight. Yeah, you know, I put my bedroom can plug in there, showed it. But seriously, let him know you want a massage too. Your feet hurt. When you get home, pull your shoes off, put your feet in. He's sitting there while put your feet in his lap. Can you massage my feet for me? See, those are changes. Those are changes. And if he wants to do, see, these are things that fall up on the routine, but these are changes. Self-stimulation. Mm-hmm. We already know what that is. Boom. We already know what that is. Because let me tell y'all something. Don't nobody know our bodies no better than we do ourselves. Boom. Self-stimulation is yours. But if you want him to do that for you, tell him. Tell him. Yeah, tell him. Talk to him about it. So it won't everything won't seem my routine. Hey, that's what you have always enjoyed. Then you meet this person, y'all have been together 5, 6 years, and you have never told him your desire, your bedroom desires. Tell him. Don't worry about it. He gonna think you're a freak or whatever. You'll be surprised what a man like. In a woman, you'll be when it comes to the bed, you'll be surprised. Some of them be inhibited, try to be at all inhibited. But why are you gonna sell yourself short when all for a long time, you just been particular things you've been enjoying yourself. Now you done met him. Now you don't 5 years into now you don't know how you're gonna tell him stuff that you like because you scared he might run away. Is he gonna run away? Or is he gonna be there to do what you do no to do what you're asking? It's all about compromising. It's all about compromising. Don't sell yourself short, ladies. Again, I'm gonna say it again. Our sexual health, it matters. It matters. And when it comes to the oral sex or the vibrator, it really depends on what you really interested in. Okay, but still goes back to try new techniques. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't want it to continue to be routine. That gets boring. That gets boring. Let's just keep it 100, ladies. They just get boring. Physical and emotional changes. That one right there also. Because we going through it. We going through it, ladies. Physical changes and emotional changes. The ones over 40 that are going through menopause or have already been menopause, see that's a physical and now that's that's a physical and emotional change right there alone. But you got to talk to him about it. Those are changes. These are changes, that can affect, you know, your sex life, your intimacy with your boo. But you got to talk about it. And such as, here we go, we got an illness. You can be sick. You can have an illness going on. You can have if somebody had some different changes after you've had some type of surgery, whatever surgery changes. Our body go through changes when we have whatever kind of surgery it could be. Our body still go through changes. Okay, still go through changes. Weight gain. I'm gonna say that one again. Weight gain. Now we shame our body now. Oh no, we're not size 6 when you met him. You might be a 12 or a 16 now. Or now we shame our body. That's another form that can affect it. But you got to talk about it. You got to talk about it. Ooh, this one right here. Hormonal changes. Whoo! Hormonal changes, ladies. Y'all already know. Those that's going through menopause. I take my hat off to you. And those ones that has already been through menopause. See, I'm up on that category. These are things that can affect your sex life, but you have to talk about it. You have to talk about it. Don't just go with the flow. No, you matter. Your sexual health matters. You matter. You matter. You can't be in here. Y'all excuse me. So what? I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm sorry about that. As I was saying, you matter. Your sexual health matters. It matters. Okay? Now, what I just talked about, these are physical changes that will affect your intimacy with your boo. And if these things is happening and you're not saying nothing, you got to talk about it. You got to talk about it, ladies. You got to talk about it. Because in our sexual health, it matters. And don't let anybody tell you nothing different. It matters. And don't settle because it matters. And then what you also got now, another big one is stress. Stress. Yes, stress will have it to the point where, But if you're going through that, that's where you still got to sit down and have that talk with your boo. Don't keep it balled all up. No, talk to your boo about it. Because let me tell you why I say that. Because you chose him and he chose you. So why you can't sit there and have that conversation with him? I'm going to ask that again. You chose him and he chose you. Y'all have been together 10, 12, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. But why you cannot sit there and have this kind of conversation with your boo? You trust this man. You trust this man with your life. Why you can't have that conversation with him? No need to be afraid. No need to be afraid. I'm very talkative. Have always been. As they just call me mouthy. Yep, I'll accept that. You chose him. He chose you. You should be able to sit and have a conversation with him about things, about how you feeling. Don't ever, if one of your boo might be asking you, babe, what's on your mind? Oh, I'm all right. If you got it, if some stuff like this is on your mind, you know what? I need to talk to you. Get it out. Y'all chose one another, so you should be able to have that conversation without any repercussions, without anybody getting all mad and wanting to flip tables over and all that. Oh, you seeing somebody? You should be able to have this kind of conversation without none of that. Because your sexual health matters. Don't y'all forget that. Your sexual health matters, just like theirs do. Okay? So now, the last thing I want to talk about is, so how, remember I said that everybody have different sexual needs? How we gonna handle that? That ibuprofen ain't kicked in yet, boy. I had the wrong shoes on today, y'all. That's what happened. I didn't feel like going to the house and getting the right shoes to put on. I had the clogs or whatever you want to put on. Talking about, I should have had them on my feet. But anyway, getting back to this. How do you handle when you both have different sexual needs? How do you handle that? How do you handle that? I'm going to give you a few things that stuck out to me. Well, everybody's sexual needs definitely different, and it definitely varies. Okay. And everybody got a different, sexual appetite, and many things, it's a lot of things that can affect your sexual appetite. And one is a career. Everybody want to get their career off the ground. Ain't to think about you. He ain't even think about you. He want to get his basketball. He want to get his rap game down. But he ain't think about you. Or he all up in there in the studio all the time of the night. But he ain't think about you. So he trying to get that career going. But everybody got different sexual needs now. Family, whatever going on in your family. Aging, our age, yes. That affects it too. All right. Everybody, it's handled a different way. So the differences in sexual desire between partners can sometimes lead to the feelings of isolation. Feeling like you just so long alone. In the house, yeah, but you feel alone. Frustration. Yeah, that's where all of a sudden arguments be coming from out in the sky. Okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Raise your hand. You know what I'm talking about? Raise your hand. Yeah. It can lead to isolation, frustration, rejection. No, I don't feel like it. That's what he's telling you. I don't feel like it. But what you supposed to do? And then the big one, resentment. Now you walking around mad as fuck. I said it. Yeah, I said that word. Mad. Because you're not being honest. You're not being honest. You have a right to be honest. You do. You have a right, y'all skin. You have a right to be honest. Now you walk around with resentment now. You already feeling isolated. Yeah, you there, but you're not there. You feel like you're just by yourself. Big ass house, just feel so alone. Isolation. You in one room, they're another room. You going your way, they're going their way. You gotta talk, ladies. You gotta open your mouth. You gotta open your mouth. And this is some things. This is another thing that you can talk to your partner about. And see, people don't intimacy. Intimacy actually means something that's is familiar. Okay, familiarity. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So, and it's more than a sexual need. Intimacy, it also includes emotional, spiritual, physical, and recreational needs. If your emotional intimacy needs are not being met, you might be very less. I ain't trying to do nothing. That's your emotional need. If that is not being met, that's the part that got us like, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. Every night, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. That's the emotional need that's not being met. Think about that, ladies. Again, if it's something you're dealing with, you need to talk about it. That's emotional need that's not being fulfilled, that's not being met. They got you all miscombobulated. You ain't trying to be with them because you have an emotional need that's not being fulfilled. And you need to talk about it. Stop walking around the house on eggshells. Scared to talk about it. It probably came across my viewers that's watching. It probably came across y'all mind that you want to talk about different stuff like this. Talk about the bedroom. What can we do to spice it up? But scared to do it. Why? Everybody grown. You should better have that conversation without nobody get mad. And to me, as a woman, I feel like when we don't talk about stuff like this, I feel like we're cutting ourselves short. We're selling out. And now here it is. You feeling isolated. Everything all so routine, so predictable. You already know what's gonna happen. You already know. Valentine's Day, you already know what's gonna happen. Because it's the same Valentine's Day. Okay? Y'all getting this? I told y'all I don't unbite my tongue now. And when we get to talking about desire, your sexual desire, it also differs too. It's gonna be definitely different. And especially in a long-term relationship, couples might experience different levels of sexual desire. Now, that part right there, that is so true. That is so true. So first you got to stuff like this in your relationship, you got to recognize it. You got to recognize it. I'm going to say that again. And in any long-term relationship, couples might experience different levels of sexual desire. But see, what you got to do, you got to discuss that. You got to discuss that with your man. Discuss your differences. And try to explore options that will satisfy the both of you. You got to discuss it. Because your sexual health matters, ladies. Regardless how old you are. Do y'all realize as women, get old, up, start growing up of age to the point they know what sex is about. Do y'all realize that women constantly have sexual desires and sexual things on our minds up until the day we just about to be put in the ground? Y'all realize that? We think about it a lot. We think about it a lot. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. It really is not. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with thinking about it. It's just not. Last thing I want to talk about is now, when should you, if you got all these things going on, but when should you go to your doctor? Okay. This is what you need to do if some stuff ain't going right. And you might need to go see a doctor then now. Okay. If you having difficulties, having sex with your mate, if you having difficulties, definitely consult your doctor or a sex therapist. Right there. I ain't going to no sex therapy. I don't need no sex therapy. Really? When you just sit there and explain your desires that's not being fulfilled, that hasn't been fulfilled in a long time, until you met him, that's when they stop being fulfilled. And you don't need to go to a therapist? Okay. Then if you take medications, a lot of that can affect, your desire for sex also. A lot of that can affect that now. Blood pressure medicine, diabetes medicine, especially long term. A lot of that can affect your libido. It really can. It can affect it. So the only thing I do is review that talk to your doctor about that. Be honest. That's another person you need to be honest to, your doctor. Because they're there to help. Be honest to your doctor. Tell them what's going on. Talk to him. Be honest to them. And then, of course, once you talk to him, he'll probably be able to give you something to help out, help you out. But this right here, ladies, I'm going to say that again. Ladies, y'all hear me when I get ready to say this? Experiencing, and y'all forgive me when I'm talking, I bit my tongue a couple of days and it is so sore. Experiencing vaginal dryness, and if it is interfering with your sexual enjoyment, talk to your doctor about that. Talk to your doctor about that. Please. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with vaginal dryness, ladies. Do y'all understand the older our bodies get, the thinner our walls get? Do you understand that? They're not, it's not going to be like they used to be when we were 18, 17, 18, 19, 20. No. Ladies, do y'all hear me? There's nothing wrong with vaginal dryness. But you also need to discuss that with your mate too. What's going on with you down there? Because they might have been noticing it, but probably didn't know how to ask you. Why you feel so that? Talk to them about it. Help them understand what your body is going through. Help them understand that. What your body is going through. Because it's going through something. It's going, but you got to let them know. So now what in such thing as lubricants and other medications, it's out there for vaginal, for the help with vaginal dryness. It is. Get it. Stop playing. Reason why I say get it, so you can start back enjoying your sexual life with your boo like you used to. That's gonna help. That's gonna help. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with getting lubricants, y'all. It's nothing wrong with that. If you got to lube up a little bit, it's nothing wrong with that. Instead of that, the reason why I say that, ladies, is because of this right here. When we know we're dealing with vaginal dryness, ladies, y'all already know. You already hope the man don't want to try now tonight, but tonight, because you already know it's going to hurt you. See, you ain't got to worry about that. Once you go and do what you got to do, when I say that, once you contact me and get your bedroom candy lubes, okay? Oh, yeah, I'm going to put my bedroom candy plug in there, show you, because I got it, okay? Once you get that in your arsenal, oh, ladies, you back rolling. You back rolling. Instead of laying there hoping he don't want to do nothing. Why? Because you scared it's going to hurt. No, excuse me. Something in my eye. You shouldn't have to go through that. Talk to him. Tell him. Tell him that's what's going on. Don't just be having your body going through that. You're not explaining this to him. Help him understand why it's like it is. Because we're aging. Or a lot of people that's going through chemo, it happens. That I do know. A lot of people that's going through chemo, that happens. It happens. But see, Miss J got something for you. And it's not harmful to your body. Very safe for your body. Matter of fact, I got two things for you. I got them lubes for you, and I got them dilators for you. Exactly. Y'all know what I'm talking about, ladies. Y'all don't walk around here be feeling that kind of way. You're not enjoying your man no more because you know what's going on with you down there. No. It's not fair. It's not fair, ladies. That's why I say that one for last. But you still go to your doctor though. Talk to them about your vaginal dryness. They'll give you stuff. They got stuff for it. But me personally, I didn't want no medication. I don't, because it's no shame in my game. Because I know that was one thing that I used to suffer with. But not no more. When I discovered bedroom candy. Ain't no shame in my game. I'm keeping it 100. Ain't no shame in my game. Because I know I'm 59 years old. I'll be 6 in July. I know damn well I'm not like I used to be 25, 30 years ago. I would never be stupid enough to even feel that way. Things change, body change. See, that's all about accepting it too now. See, I have accepted this about me, but I made some changes And that's what you got to do, because your sexual health matters. It matters. Don't walk around here like that. You can enjoy your boo. Tell him what's wrong. Tell him what's going on. Same thing, we start gaining weight. Or what? We won't turn the lights out. Bitch, keep them lights on and look at me. Look at me. Don't be ashamed of yourself. But if that's an issue, talk about it. Talk about it. I'm keeping it 100. I told y'all that. When I talk, I keep it 100. That's what my show is about. I'm about trying to help anything. I'm about that. And I also stated, if anybody wanted to come up here and have this conversation with me, all you had to do was let me know, and I'll send you the link, and you be right on up here with me. Be talking about having a conversation. Sure would. Thank you for sprinkling me out. It's not, and I really appreciate that. I hope I'm saying, Miss Cherry, I really appreciate that. Thank you for sprinkling me out. Yes, Miss J mean business. My talk show, I'm doing this for a reason, and I know it's spiritually led. And if y'all haven't heard the story, how I actually started and why I actually started doing this, go back and watch a couple of my videos. Now, the very first video that I did, because I explained how this all happened, and I know it's being spiritually led. I'm not about no foolishness. When I talk about topics up here, I think about long and hard what I want to talk about. And then I will also put up a post what y'all want me to talk about. And I check and see whatever get the most. If I see a lot of stuff coming in about the same, that's what I do. And sometimes I just choose my own. But I do my research. That was why I wanted to do women's sexual health. That was why I wanted to do that. That's also important. But I appreciate y'all coming in here. I hope I didn't take y'all. Hope I didn't be here so long. Yep. Hope I didn't be here so long. But I'm getting ready to go. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Be back. I usually do them every other Saturday, but I might do another one next. Well, no, I think it's next Saturday. It's Easter weekend. But I might do one next Saturday, or I might come in the middle of the week and do one. But usually every other Saturday, my scheduled time. Okay. But until then, ladies, take care of yourself. Have that conversation, because your desires, your bedroom desires, matters. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Now, with that being said, Miss J can get up out of here. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for listening.